The fourth exercise in the series is a little different. It still uses similar principles, obviously. The principles that I've taught on this program are universal to Qi Gong, but it also has some other ways of working. It's the first time we actually curve the body and open the back on this exercise. Yeah, it causes you to sink into the Kwa quite strongly. So, the fourth one from Wuji. To begin it, what I do is I bring the hands out to the sides. Yeah, out to the sides. So comfortably sat, level with my center. See my center with my hands. Then I'm going to turn the hands. Okay, if you want to while you're practicing, I should say, feel free to stay here a little while. It's quite nice to circulate within the body. Then I'm going to turn my hands, fold into the Kwa, fold into the Kwa. I lean forward ever so slightly, but I'm still only trying to drop the center to this point. I'm not trying to go ridiculously low to the floor like I see some people doing it. We're just trying to get the center to here. So center goes to the lower dantian, this height. Then I start to fold the spine. Yeah. So the back of my spine is arcing like so, yeah? So all the way from the lumbar through the thoracics up to the cervical. So the whole spine is curving, including the head, yeah? A lot of people forget, they'll curve their back like this, but leave the head, okay? Everything must curve, like so as I go down. So I'm forming a circle over the back. So you're starting to stretch the lines on the back of your body on the outside of the spine, yeah? So I go down into the Kwa, sinking, folding the spine, okay, and bringing the hands around. The hands here are in front of my chest, okay? I have Lao Gong facing my chest, and the other hand on the outside, Lao Gong over top of the outside of Lao Gong. So not fingers over fingers, must be palm, hand over hand, you understand? So, Wei Lao Gong, meaning outside Lao Gong, inside Lao Gong. Okay, outside Lao Gong, inside Lao Gong. Outside Lao Gong is on top, inside Lao Gong is on top of outside Lao Gong. Some schools say different sides for men and women. That's true for meditation type work, but for Qigong it doesn't matter too much. Not for something like this. It's too basic an exercise. At later stages it does matter, but not right now. Don't worry. So whichever hand is most comfortable for you. So, start again now. So I open. To begin, I settle. Then I sink into the Kwa, closing the back, folding the back, letting it bend. Bringing the hands around. Lao Gong, top of Lao Gong, and they must be in front of the chest, yeah? So I'm not here, not here, not here, they're in front of the chest, facing the chest, Lao Gong facing the chest. Then I start to open inside the body, okay? So I'm opening the front of the spine, if you like, inside the body, so that it opens as I stand up. You can see my body sort of working its way open, yeah? Then when I get up, yeah? See, I'm not low, I'm here, my center of gravity is this height, not low, here. I turn the hands over, I roll them, and I open, not too much. Like this is too much. Yeah, like this. Break sort of principles. Just open a little. As soon as I start lifting too much and my shoulders and scapula start moving, then I've disconnected. The Qi cannot sink. So I'm not too high above the head. Then I turn. Okay, the hands around. Okay, and then there's a couple of different principles here we'll come back to, yeah? For now we'll focus on that first part. So I sink into the Kwa, curving the spine. Bringing the hand around the chest. Then I come back up. Okay, so I'm opening the front of the spine inside the body. I'll explain that more in a minute. Then I turn the hands in front of my chest. I raise them up, but not too much. It's not so much. Yeah, a lot of people want to do this with Qigong. And open up, but it's too much because basically you're trying to build a certain shape with the Qi and with the soft tissues, the Huang inside the body. And if I start stretching it out this, it's like you're pulling. It's like you're taking all of the plastic memory you've built inside and stretching it out, yeah? It's too much. We just open. Then I keep that shape back to where we started, to where I settled before I moved, and then back through that shape again, yeah? So down into the Kwa, opening the back body. So the spaces between the vertebrae on my back have to open all the way up into the base of the skull, okay, by curving, sort of back of the spine. The front of your spine is inside your body, yeah? You understand? The front of the side, this side, inside the body. Now to stand back up, I don't close the back, but I open the spaces inside the body. Yeah? So it feels like my spine gets longer as I'm coming up. As much as anything else, this exercise is a large circulation of Qi exercise and a large spine opening exercise. Yeah? So sink into the Kwa, let it go, relax into the Kwa. let the back of the spine open. Hands come around till they're facing the chest. Then come up, opening the front of your spine to equalize the length, yeah? So if the back of the spine opens on its own, it means the back is longer than the front, so you'll curve forward. If the front of the spine opens to equalize, it means they'll go back to being the same length and the spine will open. So I sink, folding my body, hands in front of the chest, settled here. Then opening the front of the spine, turning the hands, letting them come around. Not too high because I don't want to stretch everything too much. Just the start of a stretch is enough. Still the shoulders and the scapula sunk. My hands are still to the front, yeah? Not to the side, to the front. As I come around, yeah? See from the side. Sink into the quad. I curve the body. Then I come up, opening the front of the spine. Opening the front of the spine and stretching up just a little, but see still in front of my body before I repeat the exercise. Yeah? The center of gravity is coordinated with the hands until you get to here. So what I'm saying is, when I sink down, my center of gravity obviously goes to the quad with the hand. So it's a little harder to coordinate, yeah? Then as I open the front of the spine, the center of gravity comes back up to the chest. So here my center of gravity is here. Now as I turn, don't stretch anymore. Stay where you are with the center of gravity on the heart. Just open, don't stretch up. Okay, we keep it in the chest because we're just opening and stretching the chi of the chest at this point, opening the chest cavity. As I come to here, it's like you pass the center and pick it up again. You understand? Here's the center staying here, then when my hand gets level with it, I pass it, I pick up the center and they move together. They move together, yeah. So this part, the center is in the lower dantian. As I stand up, I bring the center back up. It stays here as the arms come around, and then it starts to go down again with the hand, yeah? So down, center of gravity, opening the back of the spine. Center of gravity down into the lower abdomen. Hands in front of the chest, turning around, sinking back into the gua, opening the back of the spine. So we're learning to lengthen the spine on the front and the back. Hands in front of the chest, opening the front of the spine, turning the hands. Sorry, there's a lot of flies out here this morning, huh? And then around, and down. So I breathe in. As I come down, and breathe out as I start to come up and open. So still breathing out, still breathing out, still breathing out. Then breathing in, and start to change to the breathing out as I'm moving through this shape, yeah? Breathing out, breathing in. Once again, making sure that the speed of the movement follows the speed of your breath, not the other way around. It's quite normal when you're starting, because of the closing or the sort of sinking, that it can compress this part of the body a little bit, so it can actually restrict your breathing at first. As you start to relax and open up, that will change. But don't be surprised if the movement has to speed up a little bit at first, yeah. So breathing in, breathing out, maintaining all the correct qualities you've already studied in Wuji. When you've finished this fourth exercise, upholding the moon, then we sink back into Wuji and rest before we start the four more complicated exercises. The first four not too bad, still based on up and down, opening and closing the body. 5, 6, 7, 8 a little bit more tricky. So we'll look at those in a bit more detail.